Hi, it's Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts, and I'm here today with the new launch from Julia McNeil Crafts. So you might know that I'm on Julia's design team, and at the end of each month she releases a digital collection through her Etsy shop, which will be linked in the description to this video. And so today is the day, and it is a beauty of a collection. So I thought I would just run you through the collection and show you a few projects that I have made for a bit of inspiration, and also give you the discount code, because there is a discount which will give you 20% off the collection between now and the 4th of May, which is Tuesday, so it's usually midnight on that day. So this is called the Mermazing Maidens collection, and it's been a joy to work with. So I have printed off some of these so you can see the images. So I'm going to read the titles because I can never get my head around the titles, but this one here is Mary Scott, Queen of the Loch. So if I hold her up a bit closer, so you can see she is a beautiful mermaid with a crown because she's Queen of the Loch. She's holding Nessie in her hand, and she's got, instead of scales on her tail, she's got tartan. So she's like if Mary Queen of Scots was a mermaid, this is what she would look like. And then this one here is called Narwella. She's got the horn, and she's got such a pretty look. I love the hair flowing, I love the little handbag, and lots of kind of wide open spaces for you to add your own patterns or whatever when you're colouring. I'm not very inventive with that, but I think it's Tracy on the design team. She always adds in like spots and texture and details, and it looks amazing. And then we have these two as well. So this one here is Oceana, and she's got a little fishy in her hand. I think she looks like the baby of the group. She looks the youngest to me. And then this one here is Octalina. So she's got a little octopus. So that is the 4 mermaids in the collection. As always with Julia's collections, you get some sentiments. So this is the sentiments you get. So I'll just read them out. Mermaid kisses, starfish wishes. Be a mermaid and make waves. The ocean's roar is music to the soul. Bonnie lassie. Mermaids don't lose sleep over the opinions of a shrimp. The ocean is everything I want to be. Beautiful, mysterious, wild and free. Bubbles, and my favourite colour is the ocean. So you get those. And the beauty of digital stamps is, of course, you can make them as tiny or as big as you want, as long as, well, if your printer takes paper that size. But you can make them small or you can make them big, and you can also flip them over so you can have them reversed, which you probably don't want for the sentiments, but for the images sometimes it's nice. Now, slightly more unusual for this collection is, instead of accessories, we have got some papers. So I think Julia's only done this once before. I think she did it with her collection about Christmas time. So there's 4 papers to print off. This is just beautiful. So you get the sort of the waves of the sea with, is it the beginning of a sunrise, or I'm not sure, but pretty colours anyway. You get this one with the rays of the sun coming through, and I fussy cut out some of these kind of seaweed bits. They're pretty good for that too. So it's a lovely sort of deeper colour. This one with the kind of bokeh background, and then again lots of seaweeds, and there's some pebbles and shells and bits there. Again, you could do a bit of fussy cutting if you like to do that. And the last one, I have fussy cut loads of these out, is the bubbles. and they're just gorgeous with the like rainbow reflection in them. So what I did with these was I've printed it out as a whole page, so you get nice big ones, and I also inserted it as a picture onto a Word document, so I could make it like a half page of A4, like half, or even smaller. So you might see in my projects I'm about to share, there's some variety in the size of the bubbles. So these are all available now in the Etsy shop, as I say, that's listed below. And if you would like to purchase them, it's definitely worth doing it in the next few days, because if you use the code MERMAZING20, all in capitals, I'll pop it in the description to this video, then you'll get 20% off. Fantastic. So, as I say, I've made a few different projects. So the first one I made on a slimline card, and I used Narwhella, and I used that kind of sunrise with the waves paper, so I coloured it in quite pastel, and then I've added to some of the different bubbles, so you can see I've printed it, I've cut them out of the different sizes, and then I've popped the sentiment on there, which I think is, yeah, my favourite colour is ocean. So that's the first one I did. Then I used Oceana, and I took a piece of the darker paper, but I took it on the top. I wanted the kind of sunlight coming through the paper. I coloured her and fussy cut it out, and then she's got a few little details around her. There's some little love hearts around her. So I fussy cut including those, kind of gave her a bit, but I didn't want a white border around her this time, so I just took a little bit of distress ink and a paintbrush and coloured in around, so that she kind of doesn't, you don't see that white bit around her. And then all these seaweeds I fussy cut out with some pebbles, and I arranged them how I wanted them to give her a nice spot to shine in the middle. And then I added the sentiment. I just cut it up into little strips with some navy card behind it. So it says, mermaids don't lose sleep over the opinions of a shrimp. And I've just added a few little aqua sort of colour sequence around the sentiment and down here. So that is Oceana's card. Octolina, I did a little bit of a play. So I took a strip of the sort of sunrise wave paper and lined it with navy card, and then I stuck on a few of these bubbles from different sizes up it. And then this one is some of the bokeh background, so it kind of looks a bit bubbly too. It's got those circles. I popped Octolina on. She's coloured in like so. And because it's a lighter papers, I just left the white border, so you can see there's the kind of white bit here. And then I added some little fussy cut seaweeds. And the sentiment for this one says, be a mermaid and make waves. And what I did was I just added some Nuvo drops, mostly up this strip, and a few up here. And they were the, what are they called? Are they the jewel drops? They're the very, they're kind of see-through. They don't give you like a solid block of colour, so they're quite subtle, which I thought worked with the kind of watery theme. So that is her. And the last one was a bit of an effort at a kind of art journal page-ish. So I decided that I wanted to put Mermairy Scott, Queen of the Loch, in Loch Ness. So this was my attempt at Loch Ness. So I took the paper with the waves and the kind of sunrise, and I coloured in Mary with kind of tartany. I tried to make this into a kind of tartan, and she's got a sort of purple and moss green, some kind of Scottishy sort of colours. And then I tried to create Urquhart Castle, although my husband says it looks more like Eilean Donan Castle at Skye, but we're agreeing to disagree about that. This was some green jelly print paper, and I just cut some so it looks like, because when I was looking at photos of how the castle looks from the loch, it's kind of got trees and bushes around it, so that's what I tried to do there. And then I made a big rock for her to sit on, so I just coloured with alcohol inks some white card to look kind of grey, and then I cut it into a rock shape, and then I added another couple here, and I used a bit more of that distress ink with a water brush, just to give a little bit of shadow to the water, and then a few of the pebbles from that paper, just to kind of add that in the corner. And then it says Bonnie Lassie, so definitely not as involved as a lot of art journal pages I've seen, but I didn't really want to cover up too much of these waves and the pretty sky, so that was my thinking. So that's what I've made with it. If you do go ahead and get it and you want to share some of your makes, then as always you are able to join the JMC Crazy Crafty Hive on Facebook, and it's a group where anybody can share things they've made using the products from Julia, whether that's the digi stamps or the physical stamps, and also see what other people are making and get lots of inspiration. And yeah, it's a lovely group on Facebook. There's lots of everybody's always really kind and comments on things that people share, so yeah, I'd love to see the things that you've made too. So as I say, I will put the link for the collection and the discount code that you need in the description for this video, and I'll also link that Facebook group. So if you're not already a member but you are on Facebook, why not hop on over and join us? It's a fun place to be, and it does make my shopping list sometimes grow when I see other things that people have bought and made with. Anyway, so I hope that you have a lovely day and a lovely weekend. It's Friday, so the weekend is nearly upon us, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye.